Hi everyone, it's Beverly and I'm in my studio. How are you all? I'm trying to get a video out to you at least once a week. I have a lot of projects going on. If you're anything like me, you have tons of ideas and you wake up in the morning and think, what am I gonna do today? And there's like 5 things running through my head that I could do. And as the day wears on, sometimes I find that, I really could have gotten more done if I had focused better. I'm not really good at focusing lately. I don't know if it's the COVID thing or what, but I wake up in the morning and sometimes it's just a little hard to get motivated. But today I'm going to show you something that I've just created, something I've never done before, and I want to share it with you because it's a little different from what I usually do. This is a card making kit, and this is a kit for people. Well, you could use it, of course, and you can go crazy with it and do all kinds of fun things. And some of the girls on my design team have already done that. They are already making things, and it's funny because they'll make the simple card, but then they also will make a oh my gosh, my mouth's not working already. They'll make a more difficult card or a more creative card or a more advanced card, for lack of a better word. If you're a stamper or a card maker or a scrapbooker or a journalist or a collage artist, you have some things you've done. And so it's hard sometimes to tone it down or pull it back and make something simple. But girls, this is what we're going to do today. And guys, if you're out there, sorry about that. This is my card making kit. This is my watercolor florals card making kit. All right, so these are sentiments that I've spaced out here because I'm so spaced out. You could use a punch, almost. I'm doing a little bigger than that. Or a colossal or a die, and cut these out with your die cutting machine. Now, if you don't have those things, then you could just trace a line around it, something simple, or just cut it. These are base cards, and this is an A2 card size. So I am interested in, I've got to work out how to make these so that when you get them in the UK or somewhere that uses a metric system, then it works for you. So I'll have to talk to my design team member who is I believe she's in Australia. Okay, so when you cut these 2 apart, you get 2 cards. And of course, if we have, we got our scoreboard or whatever, but if you don't, you can just fold it in half. And this one's made, see how I have my Artsystamper here? So this card is made to stand this way, like that, okay, like that. I'll put it over here. And then this one has it here. So that's designed, same basic card, but it stands this way. So you got one like this, one like that. Okay, so I'll put this up here. Let me go back up a little more so you can see a little more of what I'm doing. Is that better? I hope so. Okay, so these are here. Now these are elements to put on cards or tags. You can make tags with these, cards with these. I'm going to show you a few things you can do. This is another design. I call these my, what did I call these? Okay, I'll think about that in a minute. So this is set to just cut it 5 1/2, which is half of 11, so you get 2 cards, okay? So the same thing, 2 cards. And this is actually the first time the girls on my team will be seeing me make these as well. So that might be a little bit interesting to see what the actual designer of the cards, designer artist did. How cute that is already, so cute. And so someone that doesn't make cards, this could be a gift for them. You could cut the cards out, or you could just do what I'm doing, print the whole thing out and put a bow around it, and they're good. Now these are my sentiments. These are washi tape. And Darlene on my team did a really cool thing. She actually left white around the whole thing, and I just loved how that looked. So we'll use those. Then I have the black and whites of my line art here. And to show you what that looks, whoops, did I not print that one out? Uh-oh, front row. Let me look over here. I know where are you? No, I didn't. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So this is the same as these designs here. Oh, I did have them. Oh my gosh. Oh, I just ran off an extra sheet. Oh well, sure I can use them. So this is my watercolor ovals, and these are the watercolor ovals with the line art printed over them, okay? So you have the plain line art, then you have them combined, and then I ran off all of the papers that come out at 6 by 6. So we're gonna have some fun with these. I've already cut out my watercolor elements here. There's a whole sheet of those. I cut out a bunch of them. So we're gonna have a little fun with these. And then I'm wondering if, let's see, I'm just gonna put those aside for now. I'm gonna keep it simple. I'm wondering if, I'm not gonna wonder anymore. Okay, so let's take a basic card, okay? We're gonna start with this one. Your friend gets this card, they cut it in half, they fold it and go, oh, that's cute, that's all right, that's nice. What the heck am I gonna do with this? Okay, so the first thing they could do is they could add a sentiment, okay? So we're gonna just take these sentiments here, and these are watercolor, just watercolor brush strokes actually that I printed. Let me get my little fussy cut scissors here and my cutting board, and I'm going to cut. So let's see. I will see. I'm so new at this. Let's see. How about if I use I'm here for you always, or maybe just for you. That's cute. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut my two sections apart, makes it easier, and I'm just going to go here to the for you, and I'm just going to leave a little white on the edge because I loved how Darlene did that. And then I'm going to take my scissors because it's easier for me when I get to this point. I'm just going to eyeball it, and you know, of course your friend, if they've never made cards, they're going to probably do all this with scissors anyway, right? So then I'm going to just kind of cut this like that. Okay. And then I'm going to take my card. Here it is. And I'm going to add, where do I want to add it? Actually, I think it would look better on this one. Which one? Because I got 4 cards to play with, so. For you. How's that? Okay. So I'm just going to take some. And, I'm going to use a glue stick because that's mostly what people will already have that haven't made cards, right? And so I just take a magazine, tell a little hint, old magazine, use it to put your glue on. Glue magazine. Yeah, I should see my desk. It's such a mess. For you. Where do I want to put it? Right down here. Okay. Nice. Okay, so here's a cute card, right? Now, if they want to add a little more something, you've got some plain strips of pink. And we've got a long one or a short one. So I'm going to cut the long one. Whoops, get my glue stick cover over here. I don't want to lose that. Cut this long one. Am I in the camera? Okay. Let's cut this long one. And do the same thing. I'm just going to cut it. That's a little thick there. I probably could trim that off. But I'm going to leave it because I'm not, I'm not a card maker. I'm just a novice at this. So I want to make sure I do it right. I think I need to cut some of it off. And this is too thick. So I'm just going to, really looks too thick to me. Too much white. Now, I could leave it this way or just put a whole, no, there's not enough. If you want to keep it, I think I'll do that. Just cut some off, right? And we'll add this back on our glue magazine. Now remember, we're pretending that we're novices. We never made cards before. So, you know, we're trying all kinds of new things. And the good thing is we know how to space things out. So here's another step to that card. Okay, very simple card, right? Nice, okay. So there's one. There's one simple card. Oh, that's so cute, I love it. Okay, so let's move on to, well, let's say we could do something else to this card. That's right, I'm back to this card. We could add some elements to this card. We could add more flowers. I think I will. Okay, so we're just going to add an extra flower. Now, let's say that in your package for your friend, you also added some dimensionals. You did? Wow. What a nice friend you are. So, on the back, I'm going to add a few little tiny dimensionals. They're really tiny. Ow. Have you ever heard of pinching yourself with a dimensional? Okay, then you can just take a pointy tool and just flick the backs off. I'm actually gonna, take a card kit over to my friend's house, and we are going to make cards. And I hope she likes them. But you know what the best thing is? You made it yourself, right? And when you send them out to someone and they say, did you make that card? And you never made a card before? And you say, yeah. Well, there it is, okay? There's the spread of the sickness right there. That is what happens. And we're like, oh, that was so much fun. I see a little white on here, and because I'm so anal, yeah, I'm gonna cut it out. Remember, these are fussy cut. Fussy cut, I do it in front of the TV. Okay, so I'm going to just add this little flower right there. Okay, and we have an extra little flower, and we could really go crazy with this. We could really go crazy. We could add a branch of these. Maybe a little branch. Yes, because the number 3 works really well. So this way we have 3 little branches. Okay. And this looks a little long to me, so I'm just gonna trim off some of the leaves, which you can do. You know, and when you're teaching your friend how to do this, you can say, you know, just because it's all there, it doesn't mean you have to use the whole thing. You know, just cut off what you want. Here's my glue magazine. Glue magazine, where are you? This room is not that big. It has to be here somewhere. What did I do, bury it? OMG. What is it? Here it is, under my trimmer. Okay. So, glue, stick. Helps if you take the cover off. You're not gonna get any glue with the cover on. Oh my word. It also hides the berries here. I mean, the little centers of the flower. So it doesn't look exactly the same. So there's our pretty card. What do you think, huh? Yeah, so cute. All right, so let's move on to another one. And okay, so here's another thing you can do with the basic card. Okay, let's use this one. And we are going to add, I think we'll add, all right, let me move this sticky thing, glue magazine, out of the way. And here's my basic card. Where are you guys? Let me look. Okay, right here. Here's my basic card. And don't throw that away. That's something you can use on another card. And in here we have this little piece of washi tape right here with the same flowers on it. Isn't that cute? But what I'm going to do is I'm going to dress this up like we could do with these cards. So just a simple thing. You cut an inch off or half an inch. Let's do half an inch off the bottom of the card, right? Okay, only the front. Only the front. Now we've got that little edge. And if you, this is such an old design method. Really, really goes back. I mean, I've been doing this since the 80s, and that's such a simple move. And then we're just gonna add a border. So what we're gonna do is take one of the beautiful papers that come in the kit. Here they are. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps just looking at them. They're so pretty. This one's actually made from the same watercolor brush strokes as all of the washi tapes. I just shrunk them down, green and gray. So I think for this card, I want to use the pink one. I like the pink one. So since the bottom of the card isn't 1/2 inch missing, I'm gonna leave that edge, and I'm gonna, which is, how about, why is that? That's like a little less than 1/2 inch. So I'm gonna just go over to about here. Okay, so what this gives me is, I didn't waste any of my design up here, see? And my card is 5.5, so I'm gonna cut this at 5.5 length. Whoa, I just made it. Okay, and I'm gonna leave that white, and I'm just gonna glue this right in here, like that, okay? And what you can do is just match it up to the bottom of the card here. So I'll put some glue here, because remember, I don't have any tape runners or anything because I'm new at this. Oops, not this side of my magazine. Here it is. Glue. Am I glue? Am I glue? Yes, you are. And there. And then we add this. Oh my goodness, my glue stick just rolled off the table, and my cat's probably gonna get it. Oh, JJ in here? No, he's not in here. Okay. Oh, he's such a toy boy. Anything falls on the floor, he gets it. I'm trying to get it with my foot. Did you hear it roll across the room? Hold on. Okay. Anything that hits the floor, and if it doesn't hit the floor, JJ will make it hit the floor and play with it. But anyway, back to our card. So here's our card. Can you see it? Okay. And I'm just going to line it up at the bottom here. And I'm not taping it to the face of my card. I'm taping it, gluing it to the inside cover, okay? Look how pretty, okay? Simple, simple, simple. Handmade card. Perfect. Okay, so now we have this card, and we have this card. Okay, so now we'll move on to another card. I've got this one. And this one's over here a little bit more so that there's some place to put your little sentiments and things. Hello. I think I will cut out one of these. And because I've never done this before, I'm gonna find something round, I think, that would fit over. And I made some of these color, so they're really fun, okay? Fun, colorful things for you to use. And I've got these. You could use any shape you want. I'm just gonna take this thing and hopefully I'll get it right. Let me get a pencil. Okay, ouch. Oh my goodness, I just banged my head off the phone. Okay, so I'm just gonna do that. The good thing is it's pencil, so if it doesn't look right, it's a little off, but that's okay. It's handmade, right? Handmade card. So I'm gonna cut that out. Usually I just rough cut it first, which is easier. And so a little more fussy cutting, right? Yeah. So how is everybody? How is everybody? I am just, I've become a hermit pretty much. With nowhere to go. And well, we have been going out in our RV camping, and we're going on 2 more trips this month, and I'm so excited. And I'm taking you guys along with me. It's gonna be a whole new adventure. Thinking of calling myself Artsy Camper. Artsy Stamper, Artsy Camper. What do you think of that? Okay, so here is my rounded piece, right? Look how cute, right? How cute is that? And I can put it up here, here. I could put it right in the middle. Look at that. Forever, I think I'm going to. Put it right smack in the middle. Right there. Huh. That's an easy card, right? Of course, you know, got ink the edges, right? But we're thinking easy here. This is easy peasy right now. What can we do without any extra card making paraphernalia? So I'm going to put it right smack in the center, like that. Forever Friends. How cute. Love it. But I think we could add, if we wanted to, did I cut out any blue flowers? Oh, just the big ones. We could do this. Oh, it looks so cute. Yep, that's what we're doing. Look, and where's that? When she gave me this kit, she gave me some of those dimensionals. Oh, here they are. Let me put some of those on the back. Look at these teeny things. Okay, some little tiny dimensionals, and I was trying to pick them off before. There we go. If you can teach yourself to do that, it helps. Got this little hint from a Stampin' Up! Lady online. She does this. And she's so cute. Of course, I'm not going to buy any Stampin' Up! Stamps, but I do have some of their dimensionals, and they're my favorites, but these are not them. Yeah, I covet those. Those are mine for my stuff. Not really. I'm just kidding. Okay, so I'm going to add these flowers, and I got to figure out how I want to add them, and I think it's going to be just like this. Look how cute. Forever Friends. That is adorable. So we have 1, 2, 3 cards so far. And now we're going to go on to this one, which is our last ready-made card. I mean, they could just take these and go with it, and that would be it. But nah, why would we want to do that? Okay, so where's that paper I used before? Because once you start making the cards and you find that you have all this paper to work with, it's like, well, let's try some of that paper. So I'm going to take a thin strip of this, and I guess I'll go this way. Let me cut it out first. It's just easier. It's just easier. It's like somebody I was, you know, I'm 65, and so I live in an adult retirement community. So there's a lot of women that have silver hair like I do, and it's short, or it looks like a man's haircut. And they're like, one lady just said to me once, it's just easier. Like, my hair's not hard to take care of. It's just, it's not short, but it's, what should I use? Maybe just something similar to blue in it. I wonder how okay, I'm gonna just use the green also here. So that's like 1/8 of an inch, I think. Let me think, see. Yeah, I'm gonna eyeball it. And so anyway, doesn't matter if they're the same Anyway, I'm not allowed to cut my hair short. My husband will have a conniption, but you know how men are. They like things to stay the same way they are. 2 strips, but 3 is always better. So I'm gonna do another one of the pink. Okay. So I have 3 little skinny strips. Here they are. And they're pink and green and pink. Okay. So I'm going to leave white between them because that kind of adds to it. It's kind of cute that way. You could put them right up to each other, but I prefer to have them this way. A little space. I mean, you could do that, and that's cute too. But I'm going to leave space. Okay, so here comes my blue magazine again. But you could do it either way. I'm just trying to show you how you can give this to someone and sit down and have fun with them and just make a bunch of cards. I did it again. Helps to take the cover off. And I'm trying to glue it. I'm trying to glue it and the cover was on. Oh my goodness. Okay, so right here. I'm not even really trying to think too hard about where I'm putting it. I do want it straight. That is important. Well, actually, it's not important. You can make them crooked, but I'm gonna make them straight. So this kind of takes me back to when I started making cards. Of course, it started with a stamp and seeing that image and being like, oh my goodness, that is amazing that that image came from an ink pad and a rubber stamp. But I've gone through the rubber stamp thing. I've gone through the acrylic stamps. I have stamp sets of my own that were created by Sparkle and Sprinkle that are acrylic or clear, I should say. And now I work with digitals, and to me, it's just easier. It's just easier because you just print them out and take them with you, and you don't have to bring ink pads, and you don't have to bring acrylic blocks or, you know, a variety of stamps with you. That all stuff takes up a lot of space, and I now going to my RV don't have a ton of space, so I have to be careful how much stuff I bring. So there's that, and now it just needs, what does it need? It needs a sentiment, right? Right? Am I right? And I'm just gonna use hello. So now I'm gonna cut it out with just scissors and do the Darlene thing again, because Darlene is a genius when it comes to combining stamps. She is amazing. And I've known her online for years, you know. Then we wouldn't be in touch for several years, and then you talk and it's like you talked yesterday. It's just amazing. It's kind of crazy, but it works. So I'm thinking, where do I do this? Can I put it, sorry, down here, up here? I think right there. Crash, that was my paper trimmer and the blade came out. Oh my goodness, I can fix that. Okay, so this just says hello. Hello, 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 hello. Right down here. Hello. Okay, so we have some quick cards we just made. And seriously, I could sit here all day and make cards with this kit because it's just fun. It's almost like doing a puzzle. But now I'm going to show you some things that you can do as your friend. Might even be you. Grows wanting, because you know what happens. You start doing this, and then the next thing you know, you want more stuff. And that's part of the fun. It's part of the fun, let's face it. Oh, I need. Watch some videos, next thing you know, you need. You do. So now I'm gonna show you what happens when we add a little ink. So we can take out, let's see. All right, we're gonna add to one of our cards. Let's add it to this one. I'm gonna add this flower here, okay? But I want it to have more dimension. So what would be one of the first ink stamps you would want your friend to get? Well, it depends on what your style is. See, for me, first one I would get would be Walnut Stain. It is actually the only distress ink I have more than one of. And now I have the Distress Oxides sitting right here on my desk. So here's my Walnut Stain, but this is not a walnut stain look, okay? Because it's not vintage, although you could make it look vintage. I can make anything look vintage. I'm going to just take out, let's see. Like I said, they're on my desk. So this is where I have them, I'll show you. I got this at a yard sale once, this old box. Isn't it cute? And look at this. My Distress Oxides fit like perfectly. It's kind of scary how perfectly the number of them that I have fit. I mean, perfect. Could it get any better than that? Perfect. So I need one that's going to work with this. So, worn lipstick might work. Let's do worn lipstick. And I prefer using sponges because I'm an old close to my heart I was a consultant, so the way I learned to use the craft sponge is what I do. So more angle this way, you get more ink, less angle, you get less. And this will help, of course, if you know it, you know it's gonna help make it look more dimensional. Okay, so that is Worn Lipstick Distress Oxide, but I'm not gonna make anything happen with the oxide. So here, look how much that looks different from this one, right? So help your friend get some of this stuff. It's really great, right? We know it is. Okay, and I want that background down there so it looks like there's white back there. And of course, dimensionals. I'm just gonna go grab bigger dimensionals. I mean, even if you don't use dimensionals, though, look. It's beautiful, right? I think I'll skip the dimensionals on this one. Let's just get out that glue stick and take the cover off. And get my magazine. And put some glue on the back. Okay. And stick this on our card. So I made these so that they look good together. Okay, so we're building from simple dimple to more involved. I wonder if I could pull this off. Yeah, I can. And I'm gonna put some of that ink around the edges of this one just because I have to. I have to. So I know you're sitting there and you're thinking, okay, yeah, we all know how to do those things. So great. I want to just review. It's bothering me. I want to review how to move from one step to the next. Okay, so your friend now you've gone to the craft store together, you're so excited, you got some ink, you got some sponges, you got some dimensional, oh, you gave me dimensionals, wait. Nice pair of fussy cutting scissors, because you gotta have those. And so now, oh, you gotta have a paper trimmer, and you got a paper trimmer. Oh my gosh, what else does she not have? Well, she does not have any dies or a die cut machine. But that is a whole other animal. So I'm gonna grab my ovals. I haven't done anything with those yet. Let's play with the ovals, okay? So if you have a die that fits this, that's great, but let's pretend we don't. So I'm going to make a shaped card, okay? So what we're gonna do is, and some of them I put a watercolor background, and some of them I put no watercolor background, and some are just the background. So you can add things to the background, right? Okay, so let's use the one with the background. I'm gonna use I just love these blue ones. They're, I remembered what they are. They're forget-me-nots. Forget-me-nots. And I always tell people to look at the white outside the line when you're cutting. Don't look at the line, because if you look at the line, you're going to cut it. But if you look at the white outside, at least it helps me, I tend to not cut that line off. You know, I don't cut it off. And I'm not going to go through every step of every product and every tool that you can use with these. You guys know the tools. You know you can add eyelets, and you can add brads, and you can add glitter, and you can add Nuvo drops, and you can add embossing, and you can add inking, and you can add all kinds of things. Buttons and ribbon. We might add some ribbon. I love ribbon. So anyway, I'm gonna look for an ink now to go on this one. This is, I need like a purple. I don't know if I've got a, oh, I do. Let's see those preserves. Is that good? That'll work. It's a little bit of a different color, but it will work. And my sponges are so stained, and some have cat fur on them because my cat chases them around the room. I'm gonna put some ink around the edge of this. Okay, but of course, if your friend doesn't have ink, it's okay, right? See, it's hard. It's hard not to go past the beginning. So there, with ink. Oh my word. With ink. Okay, and that was seedless preserves. So I'm going to add this to a background. I was going to make a shaped card, but I changed my mind. And that's one of the woman's prerogative, they say, is change your mind. All right, so I think I will put it, did I say purple? I could do it on green. This is one of my green backgrounds, which is very peaceful. Or I could put it on my gray floral, which of course is fun. Or there's a stripe. And I think I like the stripe. Look at that. All right, so this is where you teach your friend to take a piece of cardstock and fold it in half and make 2 cards, right? So you have a plain card. So I'm gonna make a card front now. The card will be white. This I will cut to 5 1/4. Oh, I did this way. Wait, which way do I want the lines? Do I want them this way or this way? This way or that way? I don't know, because I'm thinking of using a sentiment going across. So I think I'm going to do it this way. So my card needs to be 4. I'm going to cut that edge off first. 4, because I'm going to leave that 1/4 inch, right? 4 by 5 1/4. Cut that off first. And save that for another day. And here we go. So this is a perfect way to teach a friend how to make cards. Perfect way. So this card could be white, and now I laid it down here and I'm looking and I'm like, you know what? I could make another layer. Yeah, you could. You could use flowers. Pink. Look at the pink. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Where's my image? Not the pink. Okay. Isn't this fun? I could just lay it on my papers and go, which one do I like best? The light green? The light green's pretty, right? Yeah. All right, so we're just gonna stick with sorry, my brain's like, what do you want to do? Do you want that? You could, but I'm gonna go with the green, I think. So this gets stuck here, right? And now a sentiment. You've got all those cute ones. And this purple one is really cute. Sending you a smile to save for a rainy day. And I'm gonna put that. And you can lift your blade and just cut what you want. Okay, so I cut that one out. And we'll play with it. Let's see. Sending you a smile to save for a rainy day. So it's purple. That's purple. Stripes look cute and very festive, I think. So I'm going to leave this end to make a banner. So I'll just cut in the middle like that. I'm sorry, I keep going off. And like that. Whoops. And like that. Okay. And then this end, I'm going to leave like that. Cut this straight like that, sending you a smile to save for a rainy day. Yeah. We have other leaves. in this set. You can put it here, or you can put it here, make a frame. Or cut out 2 of them and make a frame. Thinking, I'm gonna put it there. And where's that little piece of one I saved? There it is. Got this little tiny piece of that other one that I saved. Nah, that doesn't look good. I'm not sure about that either. We'll see. All right, so because that's inked, I'm gonna also ink the edges of this, because that's how I am. And it's not a lot of ink, just a little bit. Okay. Just checking to make sure you can see everything. Okay, so that's gonna be this one. Okay, and we're going to put it on the green background. So this has to be cut 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So let me first cut this. Remember, they're all plenty big. When you print these out, they're going to come out 6 by 6. Okay. Now I'm going to make this 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Save those for another time. Another card. And this will go on a card. This will go on a folded card. This is just a card front. Okay, I don't like that little white bit of stripe. It's bothering me. So I think what I'll just do is ink it. Make it pink. Ink it pink. And that way it stands out. And I'm gonna go pink all the way around just because I can. And it helps it to stand out. But of course, if you don't have ink, your friend can do this without any ink at all. So I'm gonna put the little skinny strip there. And there's my ribbon. And there's my oval. And there we have another cute card. So let's put that one together. Where's that glue stick with the cover on it? All right, glue stick, no cover on it. Easier to glue. Put the glue on the back of. Do you have the same problem? I'm like using my garbage can edge as a place to put my cutter because my workspace is covered with projects and scraps and pieces of this kit. So you can do tons, okay? How many cards am I making? I could do this all day. I could do this all day. Did I tell you I could do this all day? All day, I could do this. I'll put that here, right in the center. And then we'll put our little flag here and we will use dimensionals. Yes, these are the tiniest squares. And I know a lot of people are like, well, you don't want it to get crushed in the mail. Well, you know what? It's handmade. I'm not going to worry if it gets a little crushed. It's okay. I'm not a perfectionist. Well, actually, I am a perfectionist, but that has nothing to do with it. All right, so I've got these little guys. I've got to, here's my pokey tool. Pokey tool. There it is. Okay. Take these off. And the other great thing is that, you know, when you stamp a stamp, okay, you gotta buy tools to make it straight, to be able to re-ink it. So if you don't get a good inking, and then if you emboss and you make a mess, then you gotta worry about that. But with this, you just play with it. And it's, you know, it's just paper, you know, and your ink. I have an HP that has an inking program. Oh, I'm doing this. I'm so doing that. It has an ink program where once I start to run out of ink, they send me more. And it's like $4.99 a month or something like that. And I never run out of ink. And it is fabulous because if there's one thing I never could stand, it was running out of ink. Okay, so this kind of ties the back to the front. Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, so we did that one. And I think I'm done, okay? Just as, you know, there's so much you can do. And all these pieces of white cardstock, well, don't throw those out. You know, you can use those for backgrounds. You can. I've got so much left to make so many more cards. And it's fun. For someone that doesn't make cards, this is really a fun thing to do with them. So here I have a glue stick with no cover. Boom. All right, so I used 2 distressed Oxides. I used a glue stick. I used a pokey tool. I used some dimensionals, right? I used scissors and 2 little old sponges. I used something to draw a circle. And I made, let's get all this stuff out of the way. Oh, I have some more things cut out already too. There's another flower I cut out. So many more things to have fun with. Let me move that gluey covered thing. So many more things. So this is my card making kit. It will be in my shop. We are going to have so there's 4. I made 5 cards I already made. All right, and these are standard A2 size cards. Of course, you can do other things. You can make tags and all those things, and you'll see more of those things. We're having our theme for Artsystamper Digital's challenge blog in the month of September will be card making kit. So, I just noticed this is a little off. It's driving me crazy. So, be sure to watch for that. Order the kit, and I'd love to see what you make with it. Add some more things to them. And let me know if you teach someone how to make cards with this kit. How fabulous that would be. I'm going to take this over to my friend Claire's house, and we're going to make cards. So that's all for right now. I'm Beverly Cole. See you later.